It's time for the Raff Report. We always get a special visit from top assistant Jeff Rafferty as NJIT. They defeat Florida Gulf Coast by a score of 66-54. Mike Ventola with you. And, Coach, obviously for your team here tonight, a very important win, especially leading into this three-game road trip. But most importantly, your defense was really strong because for Florida Gulf Coast, they've been playing hot coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, they're a very, very talented team. Obviously, they come, the program comes from great pedigree, and they've been a flagship school now for a number of years in this league. New coach, and they had some injuries early in the year and struggled a little bit, but they had won 4 out of 5 coming into our game, and they're certainly talented, and we knew we'd have our hands full today, and we had to play. It was an ugly game, but we did some good things. One of the things was guarding the three. And I think we did a good job of that. There was 7 for 24 from 3. And then the other big stat that stood out to me was they had 1 offensive rebound. So if they're going to miss that many threes and not get second looks at it, then that really limits, how they can score. So I thought we shorted up defensively, and we played well enough offensively to get out of here with a win.
No, and of course, obviously, Cedric Casimir was a focus because of his ability to score so many points. I mean, you guys limited him, but with that as well, Troy Baxter, he ended up shooting some threes. He only had made 3 total three-pointers in conference play coming into tonight, but he was the only offense, in a sense, for Florida Gulf Coast. So was your game plan not only just to make sure Casimir kept at bay, was, if Baxter scores a few, it is what it is here at this point.
Coming into the game, like you said, he had 3 or 4 makes in conference play, but he had 15 total in 22 games. So, he shot 5 in the first 4 minutes and made 3 of them. I got San Antonio Brunson looking at me like I got 3 heads because, I told him he's capable from 3, but we got to take away the right-hand drive. We got to keep him off the glass, but, contest with a late hand. And honestly, if Troy Baxter's going to shoot 11 threes in a game, then it's kind of playing into our hands a little bit. He's a very talented kid. He obviously made 3 early, but he finished 4 for 11. And I actually thought he gave us his other 4 baskets. I think he was 4 for 5 inside the arc, and he got into the paint, and there were mismatches in terms of he scored 2 or 3 of them on Shondell, and when we went small. So when he fired away there, I thought the percentages might turn back around and work in our favor.
One matchup I did want to ask you early on, it looked like Abdul Lewis was just trying to figure out Brian Thomas inside the post, but it seems like as the game got on, started to figure him out, especially in the second half, because he and Cooks both started to heat up in the second half. What was the adjustment you saw out on the floor?
Well, we got to do a better job. We actually rode Abdul the whole second half, and I thought he looked kind of tired towards the end of the game, but we really worked later in the half to get the ball inside to him, but I thought earlier in the half we need to get him kind of going to the basket as opposed to just the whole defense being set and waiting for us to pound the ball inside. And I think when we get Abdul rolling towards the rim, he's much harder to guard, and we need to do a better job of getting him the ball early in the possession. And also, once the ball goes into the paint, I didn't think we did a great job tonight in terms of cutting and giving him outlets. And the kid, I tell you, the big fella is Thomas is as strong as an ox in there. So he was bodying him up. I thought we needed to do a much better job kind of cutting off the ball and giving Abdul some outlets because that takes away the double and it takes away the pinch down on him.
Now, your bench came in, did a lot of nice things. Everybody scored tonight, which is obviously, I know, a big plus. And, I know Donovan Greer, who has been riding some nice momentum. He had some nice moments as well. Seems like his confidence is continuing to rise. His
confidence is really continuing to rise, and he's been he's been really good defensively too, and now this is his third big game in a row, Obviously he's what is he, 7 for 10, so he's 8 for his last 12 from 3. And it just gives you another dimension, but he plays with great energy, and he's been very solid defensively. And when you have Shondell and Diego giving you minutes in the backcourt as well, and I thought Kel in limited minutes tonight did a nice job loosening up the defense a little bit. Their zone was giving us problems, and we put Kel in, and I thought he did a decent job in 5 or 6 minutes.
All right, Coach. Well, one final question. Obviously now, a lot to prepare for. You're about to go on that big 3-game road trip, and you get a big matchup on Saturday against Liberty, a fight for second place. I'm sure you guys are excited, but what are you looking to work on before you get on that bus to head down there on Saturday?
Well, we're going to go down a day early. So we're going to go down. We're leaving tomorrow, actually.
Okay.
So we'll come in tomorrow. We'll get some shots up. We'll get the boys stretched out. Make sure they get iced and everything, heat and everything before the bus, and get some shots up. And we'll start preparing for Liberty tomorrow, and then get down there and have a good practice on Friday. And I think it's a Saturday night game. So we have a couple days here to get our bodies right, and they're a good team. So we're gonna have our hands full, and we'll give it our best shot.
All right, Coach. Well, as always, thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to seeing you back on the 16th, and hopefully you got 3 wins in your back pocket.
Terrific. Thanks.
All right, that's Coach Jeff Rafferty, and that's the Raff Report.